Did you know that for this movie, James Gunn based the High Evolutionary and Counter-Earth on the H.G. Wells book, The Island of Dr. Moreau? So I went into this movie with high hopes. I've been getting really excited, really hyped up for this movie. This movie was awesome. I loved every minute of it. It was super, super emotional. The strongest part of this movie is Rocket's backstory. We get to see in depth why Rocket never talked to anyone in the Guardians of the Galaxy about his time, being kept in a cage, being experimented on, meeting some friends there, and how he eventually escaped. After you see what he went through, you would understand why he wouldn't want to talk about that, because it was heart-wrenching just watching all this stuff happen, how he was used. It got emotional, I'm not gonna lie, it got really, really heavy, really hard to watch, but it gave so much depth to Rocket's character, and it made me love Rocket even more. It's just showing the side of Rocket that we've been wanting to see for a long time. I thought the High Evolutionary was a really great bad guy. He was played by Chukwudi Iwuji. James Gunn said that for the creation of this character, he based the High Evolutionary off of figures in history who were zealots, who had no moral compass. All the terrible, terrible traits of scary historical figures is what they wanted the High Evolutionary to be like. They wanted his character to be irredeemable. And I think Chukwudi Iwuji did an amazing job. He just really took this role seriously. He drove himself mad trying to get the perfect society, and we all know that there's no such thing as a perfect society, so he would always fail. We finally got to see Adam Warlock in action. I was a little wary at first when I was seeing him in action. His savageness was there. He seemed a little too comedic, but then I also remembered that he's kind of like a kid. He's just learning the ways of the world. He's learning how to navigate things. He's trying to figure out stuff on his own. Of course, Will Poulter is always just the comedic guy. So to have him in the movie as kind of this dumb, I don't know what I'm doing type of guy, I think was actually a perfect representation of Adam Warlock at that point. But I am hoping that we see Adam Warlock mature more, and I hope to see him more in the future because I thought he was awesome. This movie did an amazing job at just wrapping up this trilogy. We got lots of great character arcs. Every single Guardians of the Galaxy member got their own arc, and each one was very powerful, very meaningful. I had a few hopes going into this movie that I would see certain things happen in the movie, and most of them did happen. And that was just what made me really, really happy with this movie. I highly, highly recommend you guys go check out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in theaters. Bring your friends, bring your family, it will not disappoint. For Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. And remember to leave a thumbs up and drop in the comments below who's your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy. See you next time.